Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. The dip was bought. And I ain't talking about no damn guacamole, son. Price for XRP is held today. And it's nice to see that because we have a whole extra roughly, well, over 24 hours since the train wreck of yesterday, when there was effectively a Bitcoin pump group. Can I just call it that? I mean, it's yeah, I can, because my channel, I do what I want, damn it. But of course, for anybody that may have missed, where you been? There were people pushing just this narrative. Everybody should buy $30 worth of Bitcoin. It was this coordinated effort from some of the largest names in all of crypto, because September 7th, yesterday, was the first day that El Salvador was officially recognizing Bitcoin as legal tender. And what happens anytime there's any sort of coordinated pump group in crypto? If you can see it coming from a mile ahead, what actually happens? It results in people doing the exact opposite, and yes, indeed, the market tanked. And there are reasonable arguments indicating that perhaps we're going to see some downward price action sooner than later, especially given how much Bitcoin had retraced to the upside after recently being as low as about $29,000. And so maybe it's the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay, fine. But still, that it wasn't surprising to see that, but it is good to see what's happening today. XRP, at this point at least, at the moment I'm recording this, holding pretty gosh darn steady, and we're even seeing a number of cryptocurrencies just back above where they were before all of this nonsense started, so I'll highlight a couple of those as well. And so in this video I'll be sharing with you opinions from a few chart analysts, a lot of interesting fun things to talk about on this topic. But before going any further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who makes YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but purely for fun. It's just a hobby. That's all that's going on here. Now, as I record this, XRP is at $1.11. Bitcoin's at $45,947. Market cap for the asset class over $2.1 trillion. Bitcoin dominance sliding down to 40.46%. And we've got, actually, let's highlight the crypto fear and greed index real quick. It's down. We're back in fear. Guys, it's official. We are back in fear. And so I sat here as I was looking at this, because mind you, yesterday we had slid down to 47 out of 100. That was still technically neutral territory according to this chart. Now we're down to 45 out of 100, indicating we are back into fear. And as I was looking at this, I was just thinking to what it was like being in crypto in March of last year, 2020, with the whole pandemic. The stock market was tanking, and crypto was tanking before both rallied tremendously, of course. And now there was some serious fear there, with Bitcoin under $4,000, XRP at 11 cents. And the same emotions are being felt right this very second, while things are looking way better than back then. And it's just funny how just whatever's going on in the moment, just, oh man, it's so subjective and everything's so relative. I'm sitting here thinking, this is fantastic. My crypto's worth so much more. And what do you know? Having a sufficiently long time frame is working out for me. That's why for me it's never been about timing the market, getting in and out of positions regularly, this and that. Just having a long-term time frame. Data shows that that's how you perform well in the stock market. Data shows that the same is true for the crypto asset class here. Now, as far as what's been happening with XRP, what I have right now on the screen is a 7-day chart. So you can see, of course, XRP did get as low as the other day. I think technically I saw it as low as $1.02. And of course, the day before that, I was up to like $1.41. Welcome to crypto, everybody. But XRP falling, it was just following the price action of Bitcoin, thanks to the Bitcoin pump and dump group, which basically is what it is. I have fun calling it that. What happened was volume did come in. After yesterday's sell-off, major buy volume came in for XRP, and seasoned hodlers took advantage of emotional sellers that couldn't handle the heat. That is exactly what happened. And so you can see where we're at right now. And the good news is there are other cryptocurrencies that have done even better than this. And mind you, this is not some sort of dig against XRP. Honestly, there are a lot. If you just flip through like the top 10, 20 coins, I kind of spot checked a few before recording here. Like, what XRP is doing right here in terms of it has rebounded a bit compared to yesterday, it's actually pretty normal. But there are a few coins that I've noticed that are doing even better. And I like seeing that because it's a healthy sign for the market. I love seeing the coins pop off ahead of XRP. Historically, XRP has lagged behind in terms of when it goes parabolic. And so I'm used to that. I'm expecting that. That's not some sort of horrendous thing. That just means XRP is behaving normal, right? It just is. For example, here is HBAR, which is currently pumping at the time I'm recording this. You know, its high before the train wreck of yesterday was 33.9 cents. And it's, at the time of recording this, almost 36 cents. So you can see what the chart looks like. This is a 7-day chart. So you can see as low as it got down here just the other day, somewhere in the neighborhood of about 25 cents. It's higher than when it was before that. So, like, we're not in bear territory. You gotta understand, like, this is still a bull market. Things are still going to continue moving to the upside. It's just insane volatility because this is crypto. The markets aren't that liquid. There's a frenzy around the technology. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. And so you get this, which, again, we've been seeing this for over a decade. It shouldn't surprise anybody. It shouldn't make people feel scared, but it does. That's my opinion. Take a look at this. Here's Solana, running up insanely. So like you can see here, just the other day, it got down to whatever the hell it got down to, $151. It's now at 212. Like, this is, like, you understand, like, like this is all-time high territory after that scary crash from yesterday, right? That's incredible to see, though. We want this. I'm just telling you guys, like, the market's not dead. We're clearly in bull territory still. So from a macro perspective, nothing has changed. Of course, there are going to continue to be pullbacks along the way. And that, I think I may have mentioned as recently as just yesterday, and it's worth knowing if you haven't heard me say this before, but it's true. During the last market cycle from 2015 through the end of 2017, when Bitcoin ran up to about $20,000, which was its then all-time high, along that 2-year journey, there were 9 pullbacks, major pullbacks of Bitcoin that averaged about 37% down, 37% to the downside, meaning some were even worse than that because 37% was just the average. Now, that did not mean that Bitcoin wasn't going to continue moving upward. No, the bubble still had to fully inflate before it popped, and then it did massively drop. And we're not at the point where we've seen the blow-off top yet. So yes, there's going to be another surge to the upside. I personally suspect that will be the case. And there's no way to be for sure, which is why I keep saying it's not like this is financial advice. I just think it's fun to talk about this stuff, and I do firmly believe this. Just look historically what has happened. Humans are behaving about the same. I think it's reasonable to suspect that may be the case. Oh, and also I wanted to highlight this. I saw Credible Crypto and also my fellow XRP YouTuber, the Blockchain Backer, talking about this. But here's a tweet from Credible Crypto, a chart analyst, who shared the following with his 236,000 followers. And he wrote, guys, there's a glitch on CoinMarketCap. XRP did not just tank to 80-something cents. It's still around $1.10. And so I didn't personally see that myself. I checked before recording, and the price looked like it was in line with what Live CoinWatch is reporting as well. But if any of you saw that and were wondering, no, nothing disastrous happened. Everything's fine. I just wanted to address it. And the Blockchain Backer said that there was also some misreporting on Coinbase. So I don't know if it's something to where, who knows, I don't know where they're pulling all their data from. Maybe CoinMarketCap and Coinbase were using, whatever the similar sources that was not properly reporting at the time. I don't know what it was, but something happened there where technologically they were both accidentally misreporting. There is nothing else to it. It does not mean there's some sort of conspiracy going on here. It's better to just, when something like that happens, rather than jump into conspiracy theory land and think that there's something intentional going on, maybe just be like, okay, what might be more rational here? Because do you really think that CoinMarketCap and Coinbase want to misreport to the public and erode trust? Because I personally don't think that's part of their business plan. I think more likely than not, something from a technological perspective ran amok, and here we are. That would be my guess. That would be my starting point. And if something else more nefarious is going on, give me some facts and details as to why it's relevant, like reasonable to believe that, and maybe you can get me on board. That's fine. I just need facts and data if that's the case, though. And so then there's this. Let's talk a little bit about XRP here. And here's a tweet though where Credible Crypto is asking about or talking about a cryptocurrency HBAR, and then somebody did ask about XRP. So check this out. And I actually kind of found this a little bit soothing, to be honest with you. So Credible Crypto wrote, assuming we break all-time high within 30 days, which I expect we do, I think my $2 to $5 target for HBAR has a high probability of being met by the end of this year, ready up barbarians. And again, at the time we're recording this, HBAR is running, it's at about 36 cents, so he thinks it's going to go way, way, way higher. And then somebody named Leo saw that and wrote, do you think XRP could reach close to all-time high in around 30 days as well as HBAR? Incredible Crypto wrote back, XRP has a lot more resistance to the upside, might take a bit longer. And I'll tell you what, for me personally, I'm like, I hope he's right. I honestly do hope he's right. The reason is, the last time I purchased XRP, it was the beginning of October last year, and I live in the United States. And in the United States, if you hold your crypto for at least a year, then you get taxed at the long-term capital gains tax rate, which peaks at 20%. So if you have tax questions, you're going to have to go to a tax professional, which I do not pretend to be. But it's been my plan and my hope that XRP would not pop off to a point where I would even consider selling any of it until I'd held it for at least a year. And so it is my largest crypto holding. It's my favorite cryptocurrency on the entire planet. Damn it. And so I actually felt a little bit happy there. I know a lot of you want XRP to just move, and you're like, no Moonlight, but I don't control it anyway. I'm just saying, I would personally love for it to wait just a little bit longer here. But again, if we're talking about most of the market really going parabolic towards the end of this year, and XRP is going to lag behind, who knows? Maybe it's even January, but that's fine for me, guys. That's like several months away. We are not that far away, even if that's the case. Most of the waiting that we've had to go through, it's already done. We've got through the bear market. Things have been shooting up. The worst is behind us, I think, for this market cycle. So this is the fun part. So I don't know when it's going to happen, but understand that most of the exciting action, exciting price action that happens for any cryptocurrency, it happens over a very small number of days. It's a very small percentage of days. Like any upwards price action, really, over any. Like if you just look at the duration of any market cycle, the percentage of up days or parabolic days, it's almost none of them. It's mostly sideways and downward price action in crypto, but then when it moves up, it really moves up. And then there was this. And this was from 23 hours ago, by the way. This is a tweet from Credible Crypto. He's talking about XRP here. Swept the highs, then swept the lows into daily demand. Number go up now, please. And so then somebody named Remo responded to that and wrote, it's so damn frustrating seeing every coin in the top 10 making new all-time highs, and XRP just won't do us word. And don't give me the patience advice. I'm hodling since 2017, and yes, I'm in profit. And then Credible Crypto responded with patience. Exactly what he said not to give. But he's right, though. Credible Crypto is right. It's time to be patient here. It's not XRP or any other crypto. It's not going to move up on our timeline just because we want it to. It does, like, these markets do require patience, and the people that cannot handle the fact that markets don't move just because the holders want them to right then, like, those are the people, if you start to emotionally feel stuff, then feeling things leads to making financial decisions based on those emotions. The data says, you're not going to do so well. You're going to have a bad time if that's how you're behaving right here. So it really is good advice, even if people don't want to hear it. And I am sympathetic, the people that are, feeling these things. I get it, because we're all human here. But that's why I told you, like, I just don't have emotions anymore because they're stupid, so I just don't have them. It's much more useful. Like in the markets, I actually am serious. Like, this stuff doesn't impact me. Well, at least not to the negative, and certainly not just being patient. Those things don't bother me. But I do admit that it's still exciting when things move to the upside. So given that I haven't had as much experience dealing with the positive side of things, despite living through the last market cycle, man, I'm hoping that I'm not going to botch that thing on the way to the top, which is why really my general plan is I'm going to just like a dollar cost averaging for so many years. I'm going to, as the markets move up, I'm going to have to do it more quickly because markets only go parabolic for short periods of times. But when it happens, I'm going to be scaling out of my positions in relatively short order. That's my plan. We'll see exactly what that looks like, but that's my general plan here. And then here's a tweet from Mbessa, another very popular chart analyst, one of my favorite analysts actually. Shared the following with his 188,000 followers on Twitter. It's his XRP macro view. And I'll just show you the chart right here. It's this little rounded bottom bowl that he's been updating from time to time. He's been updating for years here. And you can see, like, this is still doing like this little rounded bottom formation that he's been expecting to happen. It has been playing out, and he still believes that XRP is on track for much higher numbers. You can see where this arrow is indicating. Looks like somewhere upwards of $11.50. All good things in time. So all the people that are feeling impatient right now, well, either you're in the position when XRP goes parabolic, or you're not. You get to decide. I've decided I'm going to be here. And then there was this from Leb Crypto, and this is on September 5th, mind you. So this is a few days back before the Bitcoin pump and dump group. I love calling it that, I really do. So here's what Leb Crypto wrote. I'm highlighting this for a reason. He wrote, XRP was eyeing $1.60 in the short term. And then he did write the following. Potential spoiler. Bitcoin breaking below $49,000. And it looked unlikely at the moment, but of course there was the Bitcoin pump and dump group, so there was that. And so I just wanted to highlight that, look, the market moves in tandem, and in Bitcoin it did end up breaking to the downside because of the pump and dump group. That's pretty much it. And so without that, in a world where each crypto is not in this mania where like everything moves in tandem and everything's just judged on its own merits, we wouldn't have seen this, and maybe XRP would be at $1.60 right now, but that's not the world that we're living in. As highlighted also by this, there was a video clip here. I'm not going to play the actual clip here, but it was on BitBoy Crypto, which is the, I think, second to largest cryptocurrency channel on all of YouTube. And BitBoy Crypto shared an opinion, which I tend to agree with, where he's basically just saying, at this point, it's like, you might just throw out all the charts. They're no damn good at this point. And I might need to like pick his brain a little bit further to make sure I completely agree, but an aspect of that really rings true to me. And DIY investing, his brain seems to have gone the same way. And so he shared this clip, chart analyst DIY investing, and he wrote the following. He's not wrong. Your charts won't mean S-word during the blow-off top of the cycle. And so here's the deal. The market's been moving in tandem since the beginning of crypto time, effectively, and it's going to throughout the rest of this market cycle. I firmly believe that to be the case. Humans are behaving, again, like I keep saying, the same as they did in the previous market cycles with all the mania. So why say your charts are no good at this point? Well, it's not literally that they're no good. It's that in this mania phase, things keep moving up so quickly, and money gets shifted so quickly that they don't seem to be valid for as long, because you just get this mania and this craze and just an extremely high level of irrationality. And I lived through the last market cycle. That is what you saw, and I think you're going to be seeing that again. So yeah, towards the blow off top, in that sense, it's like, okay, yes, the charts, the analysis works just as good as it would in any other market, in any other setting, except that, like once Bitcoin sneezes, as I've jokingly said in the past, you got to recalibrate everything again for all these other cryptos. And even if Bitcoin's not, like say Bitcoin does its final leg up and maybe it's still slowly moving up to the upside, okay, so then a bunch of other cryptos start popping off as people take profits from Bitcoin and throw it into other coins, and those start going parabolic. You don't know when they're all going to pop off. And in this, I'm just telling you, in this mania phase, everything goes. Everyone's going to feel like a financial genius when that's happening. You can't pick a loser. That's what it's going to feel like until the bubble fully inflates, and then you see everything crash down. And I still think that the market will tank over 80, or maybe over 90, maybe over 95%, depending on which cryptocurrencies you're talking about. And I'd be very surprised if that doesn't happen. So the degree to which we see it go to the downside depends on how high it inflates irrationally in bubble territory to the upside. And that I don't know for sure, but it's going to be coming here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I'm excited to see we're still here again, and everything's looking good so far as I'm concerned. Like if you're looking at what's happened over the last 24, 36 hours and thinking this is bad, this is scary, I'm just sitting here like, I respectfully disagree. No, I do not think that is the case. I don't find it the least bit scary. Of course, there are going to be pullbacks. I'm still waiting for that key indicator, which is that blow off top. And until that happens, I'm going to remain optimistic that the best days for this market cycle are yet ahead, including for XRP. I still firmly believe it will hit its all-time high and enter a new realm of price discovery. I don't know for sure if that's going to happen, but that's what my strong suspicion is, and I'm betting my own real money accordingly. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.